Greetings, community. It's Kevin of NCBD Comics, and it's another edition of Kevin's most anticipated reads for tomorrow, 8/3/2022, or K-M.A.R.T. That's right, it's another edition of K-M.A.R.T. So I'm going to start off really quick because we got a lot of books to go through for my most anticipated reads tomorrow. Believe me, my list is, for me, kind of long. Here we go. Starting off with a little bit of recognition to the man, the myth, the legend, Las Cruces. Dude, you're everywhere at once. I don't know how you do it. I truly believe you're a clone until you prove to me otherwise. Appreciate you, brother. Edge of Spider-Verse #1. Here we go again. This is a Dan Slott, Mark Bagley edition of something that is going to build upon and give us another miniseries thereafter. Let me start over. The first time around was brilliant. It was a great story, fun run. Everyone enjoyed it. Got a new character, couple, and here we are again some years later with the same group essentially to go ahead and give us another edition of their version of the Spider-Verse and this Edge of Spider-Verse, which will lead into the end of Spider-Verse. And exactly what does that mean for this whole verse? I don't know. I just love this shit. Dan Slott, dude, keep writing it. This is what I believe you were made to do: is go ahead and write these multi-dimensional spider tales. Please keep doing it. This is what I love of you. That or go back to writing Ren and Stimpy. Moving on, we're going to go over to Ghost Rider #5. It trips me out on this Ghost Rider tale because every time you get this one main story, and then they always either end and or lead with this little thing of that whole eye and the side, and I'm not getting the whole, not bridging the understanding of the mentality of the fact that he's forgetting stuff and he should remember certain. I'm lost, though I'm found. I'm loving it. That's what makes me go ahead and looking forward to this as one of my most anticipated reads. Jigs, it's great to see you. Missed you a whole lot. Great to see you back there, outs and abouts. Appreciate you being here, more importantly. And moving on from there, from Ghost Rider, we go over to Closet. Closet #3. This ends this mini series. It seems like James Tynion can't do anything wrong. And with this mini series, with this kind of an existential tale of family and horror, and rather it's a manifestation to the monster. The monster's there, and it's going in and causing all this within the family. And I don't care. I love this story. That's why I'm looking forward to this final issue of The Closet, #3. Now we go over to, now this is a story I've been looking forward for a while. When Chris 26 and I do our show called Looking Down the Road, this was a story that we looked at called Golden Rage #1. Since then, which was basically 2.5 months out from the time that we are here now, one day away, is a story about where a world where older women are now deemed, in a sense, the majority of older women are deemed undesirable or useless. They are abandoned onto an island where they are now kind of fending for their lives, making friends, and fighting to the death. It's freaking awesome. I'm all in. This is what I've been waiting for, something stupid. And this has me written all over it. Moving on from there, Philadelphia, #24, Eisner Award nominated. And I mean, this is another individual that is brilliant in his own right. This guy's got credentials up the yin yang. Rodney Barnes is just a master at what he does, and he does seemingly everything. There's a story of Philadelphia, #24, coming out of horror, a series that keeps getting bigger, deeper. This world keeps getting me more entrenched into the writing because it keeps bringing out father figures of yore, along, like as I made mention in the past, ties them into these classic monsters that I just have a fondness for as I grew up as a kid. And the fact that he's able to intertwine these two so brilliantly has me hook, line, and sinker the whole time. I'm nothing more than a little fish on his line. So I'm going to keep picking up Philadelphia as long as they keep putting it out. Moving off to Philadelphia, #24, we go over to Little Monsters, issue #6. This is finishing out the first arc for Little Monsters. I'm liking how that you're seeing these human aspects to these vampires, and I really love when they go ahead, any writer of any type, movie, whatever, any media, when they can go ahead and give you a human aspect behind something that is normally considered horrific. So here we go with Little Monsters number 6, where this human girl now is interacting with these little monsters. Laura is the name of this human girl, and she keeps asking questions to these guys, and she seemingly, by asking all these questions, given the monsters more answers to their answers than they're giving questions, and they're learning more about themselves in return. And what I mean by that in point is that in the last issue of number 5, they all end up finding out that they've been hanging out waiting for the past 300 years. So that's why I am just, again, I'm there for the long haul. Little Monsters ending out the first arc with this number 6. Moving over to Stillwater, issue 14. I had to wait a few couple months here for this, but here we are. Issue number 14. I really don't know a whole much about it other than the fact that I'm going to keep reading it. Yeah, that was my paper. Moving on. Sweet Paprika number 11. Now, there's many individuals with a elegant palette of I don't know, what do they call that? A way to, I don't have the words, but more than many people say they call this a penultimate thingy. I don't know how to say that. So what I'm going to say, second to the last issue of Sweet Paprika, ending it out on a 12-issue maxi series. Here we are with Sweet Paprika number 11. What I really enjoyed about this story and what I'm most anticipating is reading how this is final, just going to finish out. I know these last 2 issues in my mind are going to finish out with a whole lot of epiphanies, a whole lot of realizations, a whole lot of coming to terms with where an individual believes they need to be in life and where this individual is in life. Again, this is more of a mirroring of ourselves than it is just a story. And this is why I really been enjoying Sweet Paprika, is it started off as something super superficial, really just, boobs and just a lot of pinup looking things, but it really quickly turned into something that was considerably deeper, and it started really getting me anticipating the reads every time it came out more, because I was reading more understandings, and I guess it gets kind of almost existential in itself. So it's kind of cool. Is funny and is a slapsticky and a satire as it really is, it isn't. So it's one of my most anticipated reads. Getting back over to another issue of Twig, number 4. Flip it a 180 from Sweet Paprika over to Twig, although they are under the same publishing company, is a completely different palette altogether. This is almost an all ages time of tale, and I'm really digging Splat. Splat is one of my favorite neat little characters, and I almost kind of want to get. I'm not one for figurines and things like that, but if I can get me a little pillow or something I can Velcro onto my shoulder, I got a new pet. So Twig is just, I'm loving Twig. I really like all ages kind of stuff, and this is my kind of stuff. So Twig number 4, one of my most anticipated reads for tomorrow. And to finish it off, let's see if I can do this. I know it's not professional. I'm working on it. I'm going to get some balls or something, and I'll blue this right. But for my blue light special for tomorrow is Survival Street number 1 by Dark Horse. And my covers are actually a cover B. I'm going to go pick up a couple of those. Why? It has a very Sesame Street kind of feel to it as far as that cover is concerned. Now, why am I most anticipated this read for tomorrow? Well, the simple fact that this action satire is set in a dystopian um, kind of environment, because anyways, you'll get what I'm getting at. This environment is basically a social and economic and, I don't know, kind of a humanistic cautionary tale makeup, if that makes sense. It's basically a story where America is divided into these feudal states, and where billionaire businesses run each state according to their own agendas and how they see fit. And then they kind of pit each state against one another. And also, it has these economic really negative aspects that you can actually see that is a kind of satire in the way we presently live, and you can also see on how it's poking at many of the present day basically complaints and or actual living circumstances in which that we presently have. That's why, getting back, Survival Street #1 is my most anticipated read for tomorrow. It is my blue light special. I look forward to reading that more than anything else that I've given you on this list for New Comic Book Day 8/3/2022. That's it for me, Entropy. Thank you for watching. Stay well.